With reaction, Louisiana Senator John Kennedy. Senator, thank you so much for joining us. What comes to mind, what comes to the stomach when you think of AOC running for President of the United States of America?
Well, let me address first your question about dark woke. I think the Democrats are trying to appear more manly. Just a thought, but they may want to consider first getting rid of their man purses and their organic broccoli. Dark woke, light woke, mellow yellow woke, it's still woke. And that's the Democrats' problem. If you believe the polls, Jason, most Americans believe that Republicans aren't perfect, but they think the other side's crazy. They think that Democrats, like Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez, have chosen to become what my son would call utter nutters. I mean, you think about it, and think about what the Congresswoman stands for. If you're a Democrat in today's Democratic Party, you're not allowed to fire bad employees, to fire bad teachers. You're not allowed to cut wasteful spending. You're not allowed to deport illegal immigrants. You're not allowed to oppose MS-13. You're not allowed to like cops. You're not allowed to prosecute thieves who steal less than $950. You're not allowed to question vaccines. You're not allowed to oppose sex change operations for minors. Or transgender people in women's bathrooms or playing women's sports. You're not allowed to oppose critical race theory in our schools. You're not allowed to oppose reading porn to grade schoolers. You're not allowed to oppose racial quotas. But you are required to use certain pronouns and to believe that men can breastfeed. Now, I don't think I'm being unfair. This is what Democrats and Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez now believe. And a charitable interpretation for this kind of behavior does not exist. And the American people look at it and they just want to jump out of a moving car. And that's why Democrats are polling right up there with scalp psoriasis. In terms of the Congresswoman, look, I encourage her to run. I hope she does run. I understand. I listened to her speech. I understand her slogan is going to be "Change begins with a mustard seed," which I think is interesting. I guess if Governor Pritzker runs, his slogan will be you can have a tummy and still be yummy. I don't know. I just think with the Congresswoman, if you scratch the surface, you get more surface. I don't think she has the intellectual firepower to run a campaign or to be president.
Kennedy didn't ease in. He swung for the fences right out the gate. The host barely mentions Democrats rebranding as dark woke. And Kennedy's already smirking like he's been waiting his whole life for this moment. He fires off, if Democrats really want to look more manly, maybe start by ditching the man purses and the organic broccoli. Dark woke, light woke, mellow yellow woke. It's all the same damn thing. That one line could have wiped out half of Twitter on its own. Then he lays out what he calls the modern Democratic Party playbook. No firing lousy teachers, no prosecuting shoplifters under $950, no deporting illegal immigrants, no questioning vaccines, but you better believe men can breastfeed or you're canceled. He called them utter nutters. At that point, I was waiting for the laugh track and confetti. When AOC's name dropped, Kennedy lit up like a kid handed the mic at open mic night. He straight up encouraged her to run, not because she's qualified, hell no, but because watching her campaign implode would be more entertaining than the Super Bowl halftime show. Then he hits her with the slogan, "Change begins with a mustard seed." A mustard seed? Come on, that's not presidential material. That's the kinda quote you slap on a throw pillow at some overpriced vegan coffee shop. And then, the absolute kill shot. If you scratch the surface with her, you get more surface. Boom! AOC just got flattened into a political pancake. Zero depth, zero substance, all sizzle, no steak. Kennedy wasn't finished. He said flat out she doesn't have the intellectual horsepower to run a real campaign. Translation: her White House dreams would collapse faster than a Jenga tower in a hurricane. And when he admitted he hopes she runs purely for the comedy gold, studio needed a damn fire extinguisher. He capped it off turning the flamethrower on Biden. Inflation's man-made. And that man is Joe Biden. Families are getting gutted like fish. Then the classic: if Biden ran a lemonade stand, lemonade would cost $14 a cup. And we'd still be out of lemons. That line alone deserves its own comedy special. Bottom line, Kennedy didn't just talk. He unleashed a full-on roast apocalypse. AOC's presidential pipe dreams? Vaporized. Democrats' tough guy dark woke glow up? Reduced to rubble. And Kennedy strolled out like the undisputed heavyweight champ of political takedowns. If this breakdown had you cracking up or nodding hard, smash that subscribe. Drop your thoughts in the comments and buckle up. More no-holds-barred political firestorms are headed your way.